Hello, students. This is Yogesh Singh, Assistant Professor in English. Students, today we would have discuss on the topic Sonnet 18, which is a beautiful poem by William Shakespeare in your syllabus of second year. So before we start, let's have a brief focus on what sonnet is. So I'm going to have a screen share with you so that you can understand it better. So this is screens I'm going to share. So here, yes, you can see in first slide sonnet. So what sonnet is? The word sonnet is derived from Italian word sonetto, which means a little sound or strain. In the beginning, it meant a short poem of lyrical nature, which is sung with a musical instrument. Its meter is iambic pentameter. Each line has 10 syllables. According to Watts Danton, the sonnet is a brief poetic form of 14 rhymed verses arranged according to prescription. It was probably invented in Sicily in 13th century. In 14th century, Petrarch made it perfect in Italy. Sir Thomas Wyatt introduced it in English. Other important sonnetiers are Surrey, Sidney, Spenser, Shakespeare, Milton, Wordsworth, Keats, Arnold, Hopkins, and so on. So, what is the theme of sonnet? In the beginning, it was used to describe the beauty of blood or analyze the nature of the poet's love. Afterwards, it was used for religious, patriotic, political, satirical, and didactic purposes. Today, it is out of fashion. Now, let's have a look on the kinds of sonnet. Uh, in 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 this slide, you can see sonnets are of two type: Petrarchian sonnet and English sonnet. Petrarchian sonnet is also called Italian sonnet. It, it is made up of an octave and sestet. Octave means first 8 lines and sestet means last 6 lines. Its rhyme scheme is ABBA, ABBA, CDE, CDE or CDC, CDC. In the octave, the poet asks a question, puts a problem, or states a difficulty. The sestet answers the question or solves the problem. The poem on his blindness by John Milton is the example of Petrarchian sonnet or Italian sonnet. Now let's move English sonnet. This sonnet is also called the Shakespearean sonnet. It has 3 quatrains and 1 rhymed couplet. Its rhyme scheme is AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, GG. It was developed by the Earl of Surrey in 16th century and made perfect by Shakespeare, who wrote 154 sonnets. Now let's move the topic Sonnet 18. Sonnet 18 is a poem of 14 lines. William Shakespeare, it was written by William Shakespeare. So, William Shakespeare was born in 1564. He is the greatest poet and dramatist of English literature. He was he has written 37 plays which include historical plays, tragedies and comedies. He has also written a sonnet sequence consisting of 154 sonnets. Those sonnets expresses those sonnets express the intensity of his feelings. Some of his plays also contains some poems which will continue to give pleasure to the readers through the ages. Sonnet 18 is a poem which is addressed to the poet's friend, the Earl of Southampton. In this poem, the poet pays a rich tribute to his friend. He compares him to the summer's day. He comes to the conclusion that his friend is more charming than the summer season. He knows that one day his friend will also die, but he has immortalized him through his poetry. In this slide, you can see the text of Sonnet 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temp- temperate. So you can see here 14 lines in which there are the first you can see first four line three there are three you can see uh, you can see it has three quatrains and one rhymed couplet, means last two lines is couplet. in, fir- in first quatrains the poet this poem starts with a question: shall I compare you with a day of summer season? Here he asks his friend to compare him to a day of summer season. You are more lovely, humble, and moderate to that of a day of summer. In summer, in the month of May, the blowing winds shake the beautiful flower buds. This day of summer is short lived. In this way, you are better than this day. In the second quatrains, he says, the sun is the hot eyes of the heaven that shines a lot, but sometimes it is covered by the clouds and it becomes dimmed. Some same way, the beauty or fairness fades with the passing of time, sometime by chance or sometimes by strike of time. In the third quatrain, he says, yet the eternal beauty you possess will never fade, means your beauty is immortal, which will remain constant. Death cannot boast that it has taken his away. In the couplet, in the last two lines, which is a couplet, he says he will remain alive as long as humanity exists in this world. In this way, the poet pays a rich tribute to his friend. So now I'm giving you homework. The questions to prepare: write a short note on sonnet, type of sonnet, thematic concerns discussed in the poem, elucidate the idea of eternal beauty discussed, poetic devices used in this poem. So this is the homework for you. I think with the sharing of this screen you understand it it in a better way. Okay, now the class end. uh, okay, thank you very much.